Thank you very much, Honorable Rosalyn Paul, Parliamentary Representative for the Paix Bouche constituency and Minister for Small Business, Commerce and Enterprise Development. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Honorable Dr. Colin McIntyre, Honorable Justina Charles, Honorable Cassius Darrow, other distinguished guests in our midst, people of Paix Bouche, and let me include Dodan. Good evening. Good evening. That's better. Good evening. It is always a pleasure for me to speak in Paix Bouche. I love this place, and I convert automatically from a minister back to a politician, and I will tell you unequivocally, I love to be among Laborites, period. That is it. That is why I love to be here. And I want to tell you that myself and Honorable Cassius Darrow, we just came from Biosh. We had to go and give Honorable Catherine Daniel some support because she's just launched a great program up there where some young people in her community, with her help and the help of the Prime Minister, organized them with some fisheries, a fisheries enterprise. And they built their own building. They have some refrigeration facilities, they get their fish, they clean the fish, and they package it well, nicely, professionally packaged. And that is what the Dominican Labour Party is all about, empowering people. And it makes me go back to Edward Oliver LeBlanc, our great leader, and that is where we get our enthusiasm from. And that is why we will never abandon the Dominican people. We will never abandon you. No matter how much pressure, how much rumors, how much tricks and dirty politics they come with, we will stand strong to continue the work that our great leaders have begun for you, the people. That is why we are here. And so when they come and they tell you about citizenship by investment program, I want you to know that that is not something that Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit got up in his bed one Friday morning like a crazy person and just decided to implement, you know, brothers and sisters. This is a program when the United Kingdom, England, started putting pressure on us, the big companies, Dole, Chiquita, and Del Monte for bananas. And they said that we could not enjoy preferential treatment anymore. We had to go in and compete on the British market. We lost our preferential treatment, and bananas were under pressure. We were not generating the revenue we used to from bananas. So the Prime Minister of the country then, in 1983, Honorable Eugenia Charles, Dame Eugenia Charles of blessed memory, devised the economic citizenship program then. That is when that program started in 1983. And at the time, when United Workers' Party was just formed, they were formed in 1988. And they started rallying against the program. Remember when she was trying to do the Layo River Hotel, they were saying, Ching Chong, go home. That is the same United Workers' Party. But when they came to power and they recognized the reality of the thing, of the state of the economy, they decided that they re-engineered the program. After they said they would scrap it, they re-engineered it. So that has always been the tactics of United Workers' Party. They don't have no problems with the program. In fact, the leader of the opposition, Lennox Linton, brought persons to the Prime Minister to make them agents of the program. In secret, in backdoor, he went up the financial center and was asking the Prime Minister to make certain foreign people agents of the program. We have to understand that that is a program that is in a number of different countries around the world, brothers and sisters. St. Kitts have a program. St. Lucia just decided they want to start a program. Antigua has a program right now. And many countries around the world. England has a program. The United States of America have a program, a citizenship program called the EB5 program, where if you invest, I believe it's $500,000 US, you are entitled to citizenship of the United States. So it's not something new, brothers and sisters. This program, when this Prime Minister you see sitting down here came to power, He tightened up the program to make it stronger, brothers and sisters. And we have a due diligence process in place. Due diligence is a big word, but break it down. It's like you have CID in Dominica. For you to get a visa, you have to go for a police record by CID. Everybody know that? And we have internationally recognized firms around the world. Any applicant who applies, like Dr. Mack told you, a due diligence report, an investigation is done on them from the time they were born. What school they went to, what family they have, who they got married to, what businesses they have, every single thing. And that is not the client that pays for that, you know. That is the client, sorry, not the government that pays for that due diligence, but to say it's the government that's sending somebody and do something, so the person working in the government favor, you know. The client, the applicant pays for that report. And you have about 5 internationally recognized firms. And when they do the report, they seal the package and they do not give it to the applicant. They send it directly back to people like Mr. Nanton and them who run the Citizenship by Investment office. And when they get that, there is a committee, the Attorney General, the Commissioner of Police, certain serious people that sit on a committee. When they open that envelope, any adverse report or for any reason at all that shows up on these people, they are denied automatically. And even if they receive their application is successful and they are granted citizenship, the government under the law, if anything shows up, can revoke the citizenship. And Edison James knows that. Lennox Linton knows that. So it's not the program they're against. They are against the success that this government is enjoying right now, brothers and sisters. That is what they're against. Because they recognize that if we continue to succeed the way we are doing right now, and the approval rating of Honorable Roosevelt's carried Prime Minister continues to improve, there is no way that they can see the halls of the financial center and power in this country. That, let us get that clear, that is all the talk you're hearing about. And to even go as far as destroying people's private businesses, people that work hard, go in the bank, take their little loan, make their sacrifice to have their business. You went to the police and you agreed to stop your demonstration or whatever you call it at 3 o'clock. But all of us just enjoy Carnival. We went down to Portsmouth, we had Carnival. The police tell us Carnival stop at 10 o'clock. We behave ourselves. 10 o'clock come, the police come on the road. We go in our transport and we go back to our home. We finish with that, we obey the law. You stand up on the platform, although you go and speak at 5 to 3. At 3 o'clock you say nobody can stop you. You breaking the law in the open and you don't want nobody to investigate you. Police must come and look for you. But I cannot understand that. That is the kind of person that want to be Prime Minister of the country, brothers and sisters. That's the kind of person that want to be Prime Minister of Dominica. So that is what they after. And they are working. Let me tell you this thing. This Citizenship by Investment program is a serious source of revenue that we have available to do the work of the people. To do the work of the people. To do your washroom facilities. Can you imagine an old lady, an old man, 75, 80 years old, have a latrine outside. You have to open your door and go outside. We have a patois word for it, but I don't know if it's camera or if I can say it on the platform. But a loose ball will take you at 2 o'clock in the night. Rain falling. You have to go outside, open your door, go outside in a little track to go in your latrine. Penis and cockroach and Santa be biting you. The Prime Minister in his wisdom come up with a program to put a little washroom facility so you can live out your years in pride and dignity. And these men are against that, brothers and sisters. They are against that, and these are the guys who are telling you that you must support that you must vote for them, brothers and sisters. I mean, this is the reality. That is what we are dealing with. People who have worked, men who drive truck to go when we couldn't go from Portsmouth to Roseau via the West Coast before Edward Oliver the Blah built the West Coast. We had to do day wash. We had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. People that had their little bakery, baking their little bread. People that go garden to feed us, Today they're 70 and they're 80 years old. But because they didn't work for government, they don't have no pension, they don't have no social security. But the Prime Minister feels that these people contributed to society. So you want to give them a little $300 a month, brothers and sisters, to buy their little groceries, to pay their little mapping, to have their little radio, to listen to Experience Square. You want to deny a 70-year-old $300? And that is what we are able to do because of the funds from the Citizenship by Investment program, brothers and sisters. That is what we have been able to do. And that is what we will continue to do for you as long as you place your trust. And I am speaking to the converted in Paix Bouche. I'm speaking to the converted. We in Lent, and we are all converted in Paix Bouche. Paix Bouche is like Portsmouth, so when I come here, I feel comfortable. But it is important for us to let Dominica know that our very livelihood is being threatened by the maliciousness of those guys. It is not just about, we want to educate you and we want to give you the facts, brothers and sisters. But you must understand the strategy of those guys. They want to undermine the work of this government. So we become, our hands are tied, our mouth is nuzzled. We can't talk. We cannot speak. We don't have money to work on your behalf so that when election time comes, they can say that we do nothing and they will kick us out of government. That is what they want to do. They want to burn down the house, brothers and sisters, to get the property. So you have your brothers and sisters, your father died, he leave a piece of lot and a house for your brother. You so vex you want the house. You are prepared to burn down the house to get the property. So when you mash up Dominica, you mash up people's property, you take us out of office. What you're going to get? You're going to get a devastated country and economy for us to start from scratch again. Look at tropical storm Erica. We have been able to, God bless this country, we have been able to, less than 2 years after the tropical storm Erica, to completely rehabilitate the people of the Petit Savan and those other areas. People are actually living in houses built by this government. We have to build infrastructure. We have to build other new services and facilities. And we are only able to do that because we have the Citizenship by Investment revenue coming in there, brothers and sisters, for us to continue to help you. That is what we are doing. So, and it's big business. These men have some international conspirators working for and working with them. You must understand that people want to put their hands on the program. So there's other big companies working in other countries. You must have heard the name like Henley and Partners. That since election 2009, have been trying to undermine this government to put United Workers' Party back in power so that they can get the program, because Edison James promised them that if he comes to power, he will hand over the program carte blanche to them. That is what it is all about. And we have to know that, brothers and sisters. A great farming community like Paix Bouche. Look at what we have now. Dr. Mack told you. We have the packing houses that we have established in Portsmouth and in Roseau. And right now, the hucksters and the other people that ship in fresh produce out of Dominica are calling for produce like crazy, brothers and sisters. Yam, dashing, plantain. They're calling for produce. And I want to tell you, the farmers of this community, that now is the time. Go back into your field. Everything you're planting, from cucumber, go all the way back to plantain and dashing and whatever. We can take it from you. There is money in agriculture, Dr. Mack told you. And because of the CIP funds, we have placed $10 million in the aid bank. You can walk into the aid bank now at the lowest interest rate in the region. Nowhere else you can go to in the Caribbean and get money for 3% interest. Not even in the credit union. You can get money at 3% interest. And you have 6 months to plant your stuff and grow what you're growing before you start to pay back. That is what this government is doing. And I don't have to talk about NEP, because we in this community, we know the value of the National Employment Program. People that would be at their home sitting down, don't know what they would do. Women that have children, Dr. Mac told you. But the government has come up with a program, has formulated a program, and have put in the region of 1,600 young people who would have otherwise have been at home working, and at the end of the month expect a salary in their pocket. And don't worry if what they say about NEPs and election gimmick. Election passed so long. Election was since 2014, and the program is growing from strength to strength, and this program is here to stay, brothers and sisters. I cannot speak on behalf of the Prime Minister because he's here, but I'm going to take the chance and tell you that as long as this Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of Dominica, the National Employment Program will continue, brothers and sisters. I can tell you that. And I want to tell the people of Dodan that we had a meeting in Dodan and we took down all of your concerns and we have discussed it. The Prime Minister has the list, and right now we're putting together all of the estimates right now. And every single concern that was addressed in Dodan will in fact be taken care of. And I want to make you know that the health center is the first one. The health center, because the health center serves the people of Paix Bouche too. We are one family. Serves the people of Paix Bouche too. So that is why the health center will be completely refurbished to make sure that that health center can also not only serve the people of Dodan, but also the people of Paix Bouche will be properly served by this. So brothers and sisters, we are here to just reassure you that all is well. Every day they're coming up with a new thing. The latest thing they say is that the Prime Minister is going to resign. That is the latest thing in the air. But for what? What the Prime Minister have to resign for? The Prime Minister has been the Prime Minister of this country for the last maybe 10 or what? 12 years. He is the most senior Prime Minister in the region right now. Men who are twice and 3 times his age are calling him now for advice. Comrade, how did you do this? Comrade, how you do that? Comrade, how you do that? How you do that? So every time we have something good in Dominica, it's Malay we have like that, we have to throw it away then, brothers and sisters. Every time we have something good in Dominica, we have to do something to lose it. Well, not this time. This time, we are standing firm with our government. And we are standing firm with the Dominica Labour Party and the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit-led government, brothers and sisters. I want you to know that you have a solid pal rep, like my other colleagues have told you. Solid pal rep. Great representation. One thing that rings in my mind, not even in my constituency, but I hear so much about the Zolivier Road. I don't even know where Zolivier is. I can tell you about Zolivier. That is so much I hear about it. So I can tell you that Honorable Rosalind Paul is giving you solid representation. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of Dominica, is giving us solid direction, brothers and sisters, and we have a great future ahead of us. Let nobody turn or distract us. Let us stay focused. Let us stay committed. Dominica is ours to build. I don't know about other people, but some of us have nowhere to go. We cannot go to the States. We can't go to England. It's here we have to stay to raise our children and get a living. We have a team at the helm that is taking us to what we have dreamed of for so long. Let us stand firm, brothers and sisters. I thank you very much and continue the great work. Thank you.